Jordu?
That's a really interesting question and a good one. Like my cohorts here, I feel that the number of influences I have are immeasurable, and the mix and match influence that comes out in my design work, you know, but again, I agree very strongly, and Paul and I have talked about this. Richard Corbin's art, to me, and because I'm specifically drawn to creature design, aliens and monsters and stuff like that, there was something about Corbin's stuff that was very unique. It felt like it was something that I hadn't ever seen before, and I still feel like I haven't seen it in film yet.
I agree.
Yeah, and obviously H.R. Giger, you know, his stuff has influenced my work a lot, but this is going to sound cheesy as hell, but a guy named Ed Edmonds, who I'm sure no one here on this panel knows, but Ed Edmonds was the creator of a bunch of latex masks in the late 70s, early 80s. He started a company called Distortions Unlimited, which was producing, you know, sort of high-end collectible alien masks. And the first time I saw one of those things, everything changed. Everything changed. And while sculpturally he may not be Michelangelo, his work is, you know, its impact on me is profound.
Cool.
Well, I guess artistically, I share a similar feeling with Barsom. I guess, you know, a lot of the masters, you know, Bernini, Michelangelo, a lot of the Japanese sculptors. But really, in terms of the influence, personally, you know, I feel that, you know, a lot of my influence don't just come from artistic perspective. Actually, it comes from performers, stuff in nature. Because I think, as an artist, even sometimes when we're doing creature designs or something that doesn't exist, we're still trying to emulate something that exists in nature. So a lot of times, you know, just by looking at maybe the Discovery Channel gives me an inspiration. I'm trying to duplicate something that already exists. You know, so that's pretty much where, I guess these days, that's where I'm drawing a lot of my, you know, ideas for inspiration.
I'll just skip you, Jim.
I like a lot of these guys up here, really. I like, as far as old painters, probably Raphael, maybe, Rodin.
And to us, in all honesty, it was comic books. I mean, that's where we come from. And you know, fantasy artists. So it was Frazetta. I mean, Frazetta is the most important artist in our lives, you know, period. It affects every single thing we do, as it probably does with clay, for sure. And Mobius, you know, the French comics great, has a huge influence on me and Jarrod. Not only his style, but a lot of the concepts of his pen-offs and his art. And Simon Beasley and Bill Sienkiewicz, and those guys are, you know, those are huge to us. And of course, we are greatly affected by the Japanese sculptors that we've talked about, Takea and Nirasawa and Yuji Oniki. Those guys do stuff that we think is cool. It's as simple as that.
As a matter of fact, Mobius is the one who founded the magazine Heavy Metal,
Right.
where Richard Corbin's work was first seen, along with Arthur Saidam and so many astonishing artists.
That's right. Bilal.
Bilal, and what was that guy who did all that really symmetrical, weird...
Druillet.
Druillet, yes. Yeah. My God. So many great artists.
And so another thought I had is what you know, I think Jordu may have messed with this. What do you guys think about the digital sculpting? About the ZBrush, the mud box? What's happening there? Do we need clay anymore? Me and Jarrod, with all the people coming by our table in Arts Alley, It's like we're past it, man. We're still using clay. What are we doing?
I think you're keeping creativity as a humankind alive. Because I think what will eventually wind up happening. Sorry.
That's okay.
I think eventually what will wind up happening is all the digital stuff will be good for the company stuff. And I think that a lot of real human art is going to be hard to come by, truthfully.
I don't know if I'm anti, I mean, people have to get work, and I think some companies are asking people to do that now. But I'll tell you, a lot of the stuff me and Jarrod do, there's just happy accidents in it. One time I had horns on a piece, and I knocked it off the table, crushed the horns, and the horns looked better, literally. You know what I'm saying? And so, that kind of thing is not going to happen in ZBrush. You know what I mean? I mean, there's something about the clay.
I'm sorry, I cannot allow this question to get by. I can't.
Jordu Schell, ladies and gentlemen.
I agree very much with you, sir. The human touch is what's missing. It's the difference between digital creatures and their movements in film and Ray Harryhausen's work. Which one had more character? Ray Harryhausen. No question about it, okay? Sure. By the way, his work influenced me a lot too. But more importantly, and what none of the people on this panel have to ever worry about, is the fact that I don't care how good someone knows ZBrush or Maya or any of that digital crap. The point is, they will always need imaginations. And these, probably present company excluded, but there are so many people out there doing this digital stuff that have technique only. And technique is secondary to imagination. Period. That's it.
Well said.
Yeah, I guess
You're going to it tomorrow? You're starting digital?
I want everybody here to swear to me that if I ever take a woman's face and do the left eye and flip it in a computer to the right eye, they put a bullet in my head. None of our faces are perfect. We like to think they are. And some look pretty good. But, our eyes are uneven. Our nostrils are different. It's the beauty of life. To me, these CAD systems, I don't even know if that's the right term, they take out the breath of life from the work. And as long as my hands hold up, I just don't see it. There's an incredibly talented sculptor that said he was going to be here. Damon Bard, are you in here?
Oh, Damon.
Damon's amazing.
He's in the small press.
Oh, he's 35 years old. He's amazing, and he's saying that it's changing the industry. He doesn't want to change, but I know less about, is the industry going in the direction of forcing sculptors to start to do that?
I know Damon, and boy, is he fantastic.
He's great.
We worked together.
Humble, talented, great.
We worked on a piece of shit called Evolution together. I think that in many ways, directors and producers, at least what I'm experiencing right now in the industry, right this second, right now, is that they want to see things that look complete, finished, rendered. I remember at Stan Winston's, the designer there would render out the thing. Whether it was a good design or not, directors and producers went, ooh, that's a full rendering. Right. So with this ZBrush thing, you can render it and shade it and light it and put it in a scene and color it with costume and everything. Am I really going to do that for, $2,500 for a maquette? No. But these guys can bash it out in a day. So it's threatening in that respect. And the problem is that it seems as if these people, the directors and producers, cannot see beyond the technique. They don't care. They see something finished and they go, that's a scene out of a movie. They don't think, is it really good design?
Right.
That's all bottom line. Really, it's all the bottom line, I think, and that's what you just have to look at in business. And I think it's okay, I really do think it's okay to utilize it in certain issues like you know, I had to do a Christian Bale piece that I did a John Connor piece. Was I going to do all this digital gun stuff? Why would I sit there and fabricate a gun, get to the meat of the creativity,
Exactly.
and
That's
really
the focus.
just assist it? I think if we work with it, it's fine, but the complete removal of it is just ludicrous. You know?